We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, Mr. Sayegh, our tourism expert. It's a very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Simon. Let me start by asking you, how do you see, the state's interest now, specifically in the tourism sector, in light of its importance as well for the Egyptian economy as a whole?
Well, actually, the work that our state is doing is amazing. We are doing a lot for our international tourism because that is bringing a lot of money to our state. And we are enjoying every year that income that is helping a lot of people. So the fact that Egypt is working on is helping, because that work, let's say, is what we call the international tourism, is a key destination for our country. And we are working a lot on our temples, our Nile cruises, our flights, our cities like Aswan. So the fact that we bring our tourists from Europe, Asia, from America, that always is bringing to the country a good reputation for our rich history, and it's a lot for our industry. So the Egypt tourism industry benefits greatly from the government work. And all of that, of course, is promoting the country image as a land of ancient wonders. And the government always continue to invest in the infrastructure and services, and all of that is to enhance the visitor experience, which ensure that Egypt remains always a top attraction for generations to come.
Absolutely. Now, sir, what are some of the most important steps that have been mentioned by the Prime Minister during his meeting with the Advisory Committee for Tourism Development with regards to the development of this sector?
Well, Egypt actually has made a lot for that work, because we are looking for a cooperation in between the provinces and the states, the airports and the states, the temples, which is the Ministry of Antiquity, and the states, and also about the media, which is promoting Egypt through the media. We are doing a double policy, which is the pull policy and the push policy. We are pulling the clients by being in every foreign museum with a private exhibition. And we are pushing the sales through our presence in every international fair.
Yes.
So when we are in every fair, we are seeing the tour operators, the travel agents, the hotel owners, and we are promoting the country through them.
Yes.
So when we use them, they are pushing by doing publicity, a nice itinerary, good pricing, making programs about us. And we are pulling through every museum, because every client who gets to one of those, let's say, beautiful Egyptian exhibition, and he see our monuments, he go to the travel agent and ask to go to our country, to come and visit, to reserve a one-week stay, to visit everything. Some will be willing to go to the seaside, some will be willing to go to the cultural side, some will be seeking the medical tourism, some others will be going to make a 4x4, and so on.
Yes. Now, regarding hotel capacity, Mr. Simon, this is a very important issue which we've spoken about before, but the government has been working in order to increase hotel capacity, building new hotels and increasing the number of available rooms for the tourists in order to cater for the large number of tourists. How important is this, and what has been achieved over the last period of time in this regard, sir?
Well, Egypt has made a lot for that.
Yes.
You know, at one day we are, for example, only 40,000 rooms in Hurghada, and we double it and we triple it. And the same for every other site, like, for example, Sharm el-Sheikh. Sharm el-Sheikh is not only now a small city, it became a big city, and we are developing every site beside it, which make a lot of centers. So by making more rooms, either 5 stars or 4 stars or 3 stars, we are attracting by that many category of clients, because income of the clients vary according to their jobs, and everyone is willing to come. So we are offering a product to every category.
Yes.
From those who are looking the 7 stars and the 5, some will be looking to play some golf, some others only snorkeling, some will be willing, like from Eastern Europe, to spend one good, excellent week with the sun, Egyptian sun, because over there it's too cold winter time, so they come to enjoy our sun. They don't need a lot of activities. They need to relax. So we offer all of that according to every category. Egypt is willing always to double the number of rooms, as already the infrastructure has been done. You know, when you are creating very big highways and roads, that makes it very easy to make more than one destination during your stay.
Absolutely.
So you can be doing, for example, Luxor and Hurghada. You can be doing night cruise and then you go to the Red Sea to spend a week over there. You know, from Edfu there is now a straight way to Marsa Alam. And also now we have a beautiful road that nobody talks about, which is connecting the zone of Za'farana and Ain Sukna with the provinces like Bani Suef and Minya, which allow those who want to visit Tal el-Amarna, Ashmonin, and Bani Hassan, and even the monasteries, if they will be looking for, like Jabal al-Tir. So either the Egyptian monuments or the Christian site, they can join with that, the Red Sea, either to spend a week with the sea, or even to continue visiting the two prime monasteries, which is St. Antonius and St. Paul. So Egypt is offering roads that are connecting cities in order to make it work.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it won't work.
And on that note, since we're discussing issues related to infrastructure, we've also seen the inclusion and the building of new airports as well on the aviation map, which has helped accommodate more tourists and assisted them with ease of travel. How important do you see these new airports?
It is very important, because nowadays Egypt has made the gem, the Grand Egyptian Museum, that is just beside the pyramids. And on the other side, you have Saqqara, Memphis, and Dahshur. Coming to Cairo airport is very far. We talk here about over 40 kilometers away. And people with Sphinx Airport, they are just beside. You know, they are on the west side of the Nile, and they can join a good accommodation in a city like 6th of October. And from there, they can do all of the zone, archaeological zone, without having that heavy traffic or crossing every day 1 hour to achieve their monuments. So having an airport beside our monuments is saving money, making the client be able to do 2 sites per day and not 1 site. When we go, for example, to places like the Mediterranean Sea, like nowadays we are working a lot for El Alamein, and up when you go to Ras Al Hikma, having airports in those zones create traffic between the Gulf and those destinations that are very touristic. For example, we have weekly flights coming from Dubai to Al Alamein, so people can come, Egyptian, spending their vacation, and even people living in the Gulf, to spend 1 week in this area. So the area prices has been up, occupation rate has been up, services are growing, and we are able over there to invest due to the airport. So the airport has brought traffic with people that are having a high spending power. So yeah, airports bring business to where they exist.
Absolutely. Finally, just before I let you go, how do you see, the significance of a very important event that took place today, the solar alignment on the face of Ramses' statue, which of course is a very, very important event that happens twice a year, the solar alignment at Abu Simbel Temple on Ramses II's face, and what a wonderful phenomenon and a great tourist attraction, sir.
That solar alignment phenomenon, actually, that is the most astonishing features of the Abu Simbel temple, and it occurs, as you said, twice a year, and the rising sun enters the temple, illuminates 3 of the 4 statues in the inner of the temple, sanctum, like Ramses II, Amon-Ra, and the sun god, Ra-Horakhti, and the precise alignment demonstrates the advanced knowledge of astronomy that is possessed by the ancient Egyptians. And it is believed that these days, we always said, correspond to events like Ramses, his birth and his coronation. So when we talk about those temples and tourism, that's an event that we call a major attraction for domestic and international tourists. Thousands of visitors comes every year to witness that spectacular moment when the sun rays illuminate the temple inner sanctum. So the event is usually accompanied with traditional music, cultural performances, celebrations. That makes it, of course, unique for all travelers. And for the tourism over there, Abu Simbel, let's say, became famous for travelers from all around the world. And the temple is included nowadays in many night cruise itineraries, and flights from Aswan makes it very easy and accessible for our visitors. So when they come and they travel, they are very able to go and see it. And that, let's say, Egypt tourism industry benefits greatly from Abu Simbel. And it helps a lot to promote the country image as a land of ancient wonders. And our government actually invests a lot in the infrastructure and services for the entrance of the visitors' experience. And we always ensure that Abu Simbel remains a top attraction for generations to come.
Absolutely.
So it's a great event.
Absolutely, indeed. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Mr. Sayegh, our tourism expert. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and your insights on today's edition of Cairo Local Time. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to another short break and we'll be back for more. Do stay tuned.